Hey Pisces, welcome back to Peony Lore, where we happen to help you find the beauty in all things. So this is going to serve for the sun, moon, and rising sign of Pisces from the 29th through the 4th. And friends, there isn't one day this week that you guys aren't going to have some major effect on what's going on, and that is because of big planetary shifts that are taking place with Neptune, which is your main ruler. Of course, you know that, but Neptune is doing something every single day this week, and so I encourage you to take a look at the dailies astrology that I put up, just to give you a little bit more of an insight. But literally every single day this week, Pisces, there's something going on. So every single day you're going to have some sort of a something that pops up, and it's going to trigger many things. Well, they want all three of them, so I'm going to take all three of them. It's going to trigger many things. Let's figure out what we've got going on. Okay, the first one, and I don't know if we talked about this last week because I don't have my list in front of me, but the 285 hertz, because it's in the reverse position, is telling me that this is sort of what we're walking in with. Optimal health and well-being. The 285 hertz is just sort of recalibrating a lot of the different energies that we have. So we'll go back at the back of the reading and take a look at some of the other crystal medicine and some other suggestions that go along with this. But 285 hertz is going to be important, right? The other one that comes in here is the love frequency. And so there's self-love, love-mate connections, love-mate, self-love, soulmate, and then different connections with other people unrelated to relationships. But there's also this energy of planting seeds that comes in this week. So that's actually gorgeous, because with this Genesis pattern, that means that there's this opportunity to bring in new energy. Now, what's taking place in the astrology this week? Literally every day y'all got something going on. But we have the moon in Virgo. It switches to the moon in Libra. It switches into the moon in Scorpio on Thursday. And then it switches into the moon in Sagittarius late on Saturday. So if any of those other big planets are a part of your chart, Venus, Pluto, and how do you call it? Jupiter, are any of those main, and including Mercury, are in your chart as your main six, buckle up. It's going to be a very interesting week. It doesn't have to be negative, but it is going to be busy. So let's see what we've got going on, Pisces. Okay, this week also from a perfect astrology perspective, you are evenly split, more so in the 10th house, but by the time you get towards the end of the week, it's going to be a little bit more in the 11th house of social activities, which is where this combination comes in here, I'm sure. But for a lot of you, we're going to be splitting energy in the 10th house. So that's work. That's career. That's how other people are seeing you. If you're a parent, it has a lot of, I beg your pardon, it has a lot of energy baked in with, excuse me, oh my goodness, pause, apologize about that, just hiccuping from everywhere. Again, 10th house, if you're a parent, it can represent sort of how you're being seen from a parental perspective, but it does give you a lot of energy towards what's going on with you within your personal life and achievement, where in the 11th house energy really has more to do with friendships and relationships and other groups of people. So you're going to be evenly split. You're not the only sign this week. This is going to be a very busy week, but it's going to be less negative in energy or heavy and thick as it was last week. Last week was just a hot mess for a lot of people. Okay, Monday's energy, the 5 of Cups. Then we have the energy of the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Then we have the energy of the Queen of Swords in reverse. Ooh. Then we have the energy of the Hermit mixed in with the Temperance card. Wow, okay. So Thursday is going to be a super busy day. Let's find out. Then we have the energy of the 2 of Pentacles on Friday. Saturday's energy is the energy of the 2 of Pentacles. And Sunday, ooh, duplicate, triplicate. Nope, we're only taking these 2. They said, nope, just those 2. Okay, so we have the World card, but we also have the 10 of Wands in the reverse position. Okay, so we're definitely splitting our energy this week. Some of this with the Strength card at the bottom of the deck has a lot to do with that full moon from last week in Leo. This is going to be a very interesting week. Okay, like I said, they're literally every single day you, whether it's Neptune, your ruler, or Saturn hanging out in the 10th and the 11th house is what's driving the majority of the activity this week. Again, pay attention to the dailies because I will break it down a little differently in those broadcasts. But the Five of Cups is you, Pisces. And what the universe is asking you to do is get comfortable being uncomfortable, letting something completely go. So the Three of Cups is this letting go of anything that has no longer served you. And what they want you to do is understand you can be emotional, but you're going to have to let that emotion go. And you're going to have to let that emotion go because you got things to do. Okay, so that is sort of the energy of what it's asking you to do. And it looks to me like you make that turn a little bit later on in the week. Okay, but you have energy that needs to be expressed and you have things to do with it. Now, technically on Monday, I think the bigger energy that takes place for you is opposition that comes in with the moon in Virgo on Monday afternoon. Okay, so it's telling you literally whether it's 10th house work or 11th house social, sort of where things, you kind of know where something's going to have to take place here on Monday. Monday's the day that you sort of know what's going to happen. On Tuesday's energy, we have the Six of Pentacles in the reverse position. And the Six of Pentacles is Taurian energy, just to give you the signs. But this is talking to us about the fact that something's completely imbalanced. And we might have been giving more than we were receiving, especially if it's in a relationship sort of a perspective. And that's not good for anybody. When we get into the energy of Wednesday, we're fully in the moon in Libra at this time because the Queen of Swords in reverse is Libra. But the thing about the Queen of Swords being in the reverse position, she doesn't like to be in this position. She's yielding for some reason. We're not saying something that needs to be said. Now, Libra rules the throat chakra. So there's something that's being held in just a little bit, which is not natural for this position. So there is something that is being withheld, or you're withholding information on this day. The best I can say about the Queen of Swords that's in the reverse position is that she's willing to look at something from a heart perspective over the head perspective on this day. But this is not natural on this particular day. That's all I'm saying about that. When we get to Thursday, we are shifting from the moon being in Libra into the moon being in the sign of Scorpio. But as far as what's taking place for you, we've got two major arcana on this day. We've got the Temperance card, which you're bringing into it. So we've got the Hermit and the Two of Pentacles, which you're bringing this energy into this particular week. And the Hermit is Virgo, so it's like you're wrapping up the energy of what Virgo is sharing with you as far as what's practical and what not. This is going to be an important day. The Temperance card, like I said, is Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius comes in towards the latter part of the weekend here. So the weekend. So to me, I have to look at where the energy is pointing you. However, if you're looking at it straight from the tarot perspective, it's saying that you are coming into this energy knowing that in order for you to move forward, you're bringing in the energy, or you're asking for the energy of temperance, which is alchemy, which is balance. We're balancing our emotions with what it is that we need to do. We're sort of getting right within ourselves. So we have emotional energy, our physical energy is affected, it's affecting our heart energy and how we want to communicate within our throat chakra. We know that we know that this is going to be an important day for us, and we have to balance and we have to be patient on this particular day. But whatever is going on here on Thursday is going to be important. Now, you do have a quincunx on Thursday, you have a quincunx with Venus, the moon in Venus, which is shining the light on what's imbalanced for you. And this is what Scorpio is trying to get you to do. It's trying to get you to switch your energy on this particular day. On the energy of Friday, we have a big day. First of all, it's the 2-2 portal, so that's going to have a lot of energy assigned to it. If you celebrate Imbolc, we've got Imbolc. It's also Groundhog's Day. So we're going to sort of find out what's going on within our universe for what needs to shift. But on this day, you have two major things that are going on Thursday in your planet. You got Saturn, which is having a beautiful trine with that Scorpio energy, and you have a huge sextile which is going on with Capricorn on this particular day, specifically Mercury. So this is a day that you're going to make the strong decisions. Everything that you need to know, how you need to do it, is happening on this particular Friday energy that's taking place here, okay? When we get to the energy of Saturday, Saturday is the most beneficial day for every person on the planet if you had to pick one day this week. And this is where you know you have to make some decisions and you have to let something go potentially. Is it worth it? Is it worth you carrying this extra energy? And to me, it looks like on Saturday, you go, no, it's not. Because I'm ready to be done with this. In order for me to change my position, in order for me to change my world, in order for me to move on to the next highest and best thing, I know that I need to let this go. Which is why it could be potentially a little bit challenging for some people on an emotional perspective. Whether it is work or personal. Now, for me, I'm getting less work energy and more personal. I think that's going to be a little bit more of the elevation that takes place for most of you guys this week. Although this is going to have accuracy for a lot of people when it comes to the status of some things. Something is just out of balance, and we have to make a decision about what it is that we're actually going to carry in our space. So this is going to be a big week. We're going to need to clarify a whole heck of a lot. So let's go ahead and bring our littles in here and see what we have going on. On Sunday's energy, did I talk about that? Did I? I don't know if I did. The Wands energy for sure that we have with the 10 of Wands is Sagittarius energy. The World card, you guys know, is split evenly between Capricorn and Aquarius, but this is heavy energy for grounding and opening ourselves up to that next piece of information that we need to have. On this particular day, Mercury enters into the sign of Aquarius, and so that's going to be very, very busy and heavy mental chatter and conversation going on with that moon in Sagittarius. I mean, it's high optimism, and so it's going to be a weekend for you to get some things done, but you are going to have a little bit of a challenge potentially, especially earlier on in the morning, before you make this decision, because Saturn in Pisces is going to square that energy. So I think this is the only reason the world is in the reverse position. It's going to be a very interesting day for you. However, let's move forward with this 5 of Cups that we see here on Monday for our Pisces. Ooh, the Tower. Let's move forward. Then you have the World card again that shows up on Tuesday. So yeah. Something not being imbalanced, something not being the right time, something is needing that adjustment. Libra's energy with the Queen, the Chariot, also with the 2 of Swords. Okay, so we could have Cancer that you're dealing with, Cancer in your chart. You could be dealing with the Cancer also, but that could be the situation that we're dealing with here with this 2 of Swords. You've made the decision, like on this day, with you being softer or potentially with someone else being a little bit softer in conversation with you is what allows this motion to take place here on this particular day. The Hermit and Temperance, wowzers. So Virgo energy, there it is. There's Temperance on Temperance. So it's pretty much as I was explaining it. They said that's all you need. On this particular day, you're balancing your emotions with the action that you know that you have to get ready to take here. On this 2 of Swords energy that we have is clarified with positive communication and swift movement. That's the King of Wands energy. So that 8 of Wands energy is communication. I'd be paying attention to what's taking place with Mercury in your own personal chart, and of course what's going on in this particular day. This is Sagittarius energy as well. And then we have the King of Wands energy, which is Leo. So this is heart energy. This is expressing ourselves energy. This is moving forward. This is freedom. This is travel. This is feeling like we are ready to move forward with something that's very important to our heart. And this is the day that you made the decision. So again, this could also have something to do with that Leo full moon energy that we had from the previous week. Let's look at this 2 of Pentacles. Ooh, we're going to take the Fool card. So that's Uranus turning, okay? Not quite ready to be ready to be ready. Then we have both the Devil and the Lovers card. So we have Capricorn energy here, and we also have Gemini energy. something that is imbalanced a little bit. You have to make the decision. Is this the right time to make this decision about what's taking place with this devil, this Capricornian energy that's taking place here? Are we just a little bit nervous before we make the decision from a romantical perspective, for work purposes? From a relationship perspective, this is coming into an agreement about what it is that you know needs to be done to be balanced. So for some of you, the decision whether or not it's worthy or not, you are making that decision, but whatever the heaviest version of this pentacle is, you're dropping that when we get to Sunday. So again, you have Aquarius, Capricorn, and Gemini as all of the major signs that are there. But what this is saying is you're fully awake and you're fully aware. If you were feeling like you didn't have the energy before, you are fully awake and you are fully aware. This Tower card that shows up in the reverse position, all the Spirit is saying is that you need to face these emotions that are coming up, because you're going to have to do something with your energy a little bit later this week. And then the energy on Sunday is the, oh, wow, the High Priestess. You already know. You're using your intuition on this particular day. You have successfully balanced out what needs to get done. They want one more on the World card. Yeah. Whatever was creating anxiety for you, Spirit is saying that you can start to feel a little bit excited that you're clearing the air and that there's more things that are coming. And then the last card that pops up here, I dropped it, beg your pardon, is the Queen of Cups. Yay! So, the Queen of Cups is Cancerian energy, but this is also Moon energy. This is you knowing what's going on. And the bottom of the clarifier deck is the Nine of Cups. So basically this is going to be an interesting week for you at the beginning of the week. It could be a little bit more challenging just to sort of navigate. Anytime we have to navigate emotions, it could be very difficult for us. But at the end of the day, what this comes out is that you are understanding where the excitement level is going to be by the time you get towards the end of the week. What changes that you are making this week are necessary for your highest and best good. I literally just said the same thing to Aquarius. This could be a very interesting week for them as well. So again, if you have Sagittarius, Virgo, Cancerian energy in your chart, you for sure are going to want to take a look at any of those other readings to put a more fine refinement on the reading for yourself. Otherwise, the description box below will take you to my website, and you can book a personal one-to-one reading with me, a healing or even astrology assistance if that's what you need. Okay, here we go. The energy card for you this week is Happy Family. It is in the reverse position. What that means is that there's some sort of a strategy that you are looking to shift into the next energy that is about ready to come forward. So it could have some things to do with something, like I said, if you're a parent or, you know, child-parent relationship could be one of the things that shows up from a social perspective this upcoming week, not just work. It could be a lot of that energy of the 11th house. Where things have been a little funky, this is the week where things are going to shift. The Lovers card doesn't always have to be a romantic partner. It can be someone that's very close to us. This love frequency, it's soulmate. Very often soulmates come in the form of our children and our siblings, okay? Could also be a bestie, but this is going to be resolved this week. Let's go into the numerology for you guys, and let's see what we have. Spiritual. Okay, so again, spiritual career comes up for two reasons. One, some of you, hermit value, are wanting to increase your spiritual workings for other people. And there's literally nothing wrong with that. So in order to get ready to do spiritual work for people, you got to get yourself organized when it comes to the emotions. You have to come up with where the balance is within your thoughts, your heart, and also how you communicate things, because you can't do this work if you're not willing to have that level of care. I can't say that you can't do it. I've seen some people that really do some very interesting, it's interesting, I'll just put it that way. But this could be the week that you make the decision about leaving a job and or splitting your time between a job and trying to put yourself on the map for doing your own healing business, whatever form it happens to come in. The other way that this is read is that some of you need to get some hands-on or some Reiki or something else is going to be supportive and helpful for you this week. You might need that extra touch or that extra push from somebody else to support you. Hi, I know a person. So this does mean that you might need to have some alignments. You might need to have some sort of an alignment somewhere, because that's what's going to assist you in becoming a little bit more balanced to do whatever else it is that you need to do. And if it's not you, it could be someone that's in your close group, your close dynamic. But I'm getting that Virgo with the 2 of Pentacles and the spiritual career. Yeah, you kind of already, yeah, that hits the mark for me with what I'm seeing here very, very easily. Very heavy week for Pisces, very. And the fact that you have the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups here, highly, highly charged energy. Okay, let's move forward with your angel card of the week, and then I'll go into the other frequencies. There we go. So firstly and foremost, for those of you guys that are looking at becoming a little bit more spiritual as a business option or moving into that direction, this is your validation from Spirit that this is part of the sacred plan for you, but also some of you need that support. And the other thing is you got to keep your vibration raised this week, which is why you need that additional support from somebody else, okay? And when you do that, you're going to find that the world opens up to you. You just have 1 or 2 little different things that are going to be tied up for you from the spiritual perspective. From the other perspective, regardless of whether it's work or relationship, in many different forms, you're gonna need to keep your vibration raised and realize that in order for, again, for this to come to its fruition, because you sort of already asked for it, you're getting invited to allow and invite new things to show up into your space this week. Raise your vibration. Manifestation works when your vibration is raised very, very high. But it's for your highest and best good, for contentment purposes. Let's go into the sacred geometries now. And let's take a look at this. One more time for the people in the back row. 285 hertz. Plug it into your Spotify. Here on YouTube, so many beautiful people that are doing these kinds of works to help balance that out. From a love frequency perspective, we're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about this Genesis pattern, this 1111. So from the love frequency perspective, then of course we're looking at rose quartz, and we're looking at anything that helps our heart chakra. So it's going to be your rose quartz. It's going to be your pink kunzite, which I love. Pink or even green watermelon tourmaline, emerald, and even thulite. But if you're very specifically looking at supporting the heart energy, then I suggest that you bump from 285 to 528, very specifically for the heart chakra. Otherwise, overall health and wellness is going to be 285 hertz. Okay? Now, let's take a look very specifically at this Genesis pattern, because again, this is inviting you to increase what's going on with new ideas, new concepts, and just putting a little bit more energy into that. So the Genesis pattern is the seed of life if you're looking at sacred geometry, right? And whatever you have to think about, this is a confirmation from the universe to go. Put all of your intention into this. Put all of your energy into this. This is also heavy heart energy, okay? And so you're going to want to use your visualization potentials. Now, the other crystals besides the heart energy is going to be moss agate for growth. And then you can use unakite to smooth energy between two people. You can use epido, and you can also use citrine to ground those different energies in. That's a lot. So I'm going to be paying very heavy attention to what's going on for my Capricorns, my Aquariuses, and my Pisces this week, because you guys are going to need a little bit of extra help. However, you know what to do. You know where to find me. Look at all the things, and I will talk to you very soon. Many blessings. Bye!